Hey,
Guess what?
it is.
The third anniversary.
That's right. This is a big day. So not
Yes.
only, we are here always on the Twitters, many times, would you say most times
Most
on the
times.
Facebook Live.
More often than not.
That's right. For CV Tech Talk, hashtag CV Tech Talk.
That's right.
And tonight is a very special night. In fact, we brought out
The good stuff.
a wine bottle. I don't know if you can see there, that has dust on it. See that dust? See that? Okay. This is from Fozzie Estate Winery in, it's off the 41 on the way to Yosemite.
Yep.
From Fresno.
Not too far from Chancey Park.
Right. And it is
and
called.
John Ripple's house.
That's right. And this one is called Charbono. The Charbono wines are not easy to find.
Nope.
They are not as common. So we did, the first Charbono we ever had was in Napa.
At Dick Vermeil's Winery.
That is correct.
Yes.
And we, ever since then, we've always been looking for Charbono.
Yeah,
So
we love
Fozzie had one. They no longer are selling it.
They are. They're making more though.
Yes, but at this moment, we are drinking the last one that we have access to.
Yes.
So this is because
It's a big deal tonight.
It's a big deal, and it is because this is the third anniversary of CV Tech Talk.
So yes, it was the third Wednesday of September back in 2016 when we started. The idea of CV Tech Talk had been born a few months earlier on July 27th,
That's correct.
2016.
That is correct.
The
Big
first
day.
time we
Big
actually
day.
met in real life.
The two of us.
Yes.
Yes.
So think of how far we have come since July 27, 2016. It was I promise you, a completely professional meeting, one-on-one. Just, two tech geeks, shooting the breeze. And out of that conversation, it was supposed to be for about an hour, ended up being like 4. I guess it was kind of an omen.
Guess
of what's
so.
to come. But, out of that conversation, CV Tech Talk and Tech Rodeo
Actually true.
were born.
Which, by the way, Tech Rodeo, definitely registration's open.
Mm-hmm.
And I would encourage you to go to, if you put in hashtag Tech Rodeo, you'll find the information.
Yep.
On Twitter.
Make sure you go to Twitter, follow Tulare County Office of Education.
It's Tulare COE.
At Tulare COE.
Yes.
They just tweeted a promo out for it.
Just
Go and
that's
retweet
right.
it.
Yeah, it was.
Blast it out there.
55 minutes ago.
Yep.
So that's good. That's exciting. All right.
Yep.
Brian Costello.
That's true. We do put it on everything.
That is true. Yes, we do put. I gave out some
See you soon,
CV.
Monica.
I gave out some CV Tech Talk stickers today at a district I was at for the first time. So that was good stuff too. So let's go ahead and get started. The welcome question already dropped. Oh, good. Becky said she's going to try to come to the Tech Rodeo this year. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You'll have a place to stay if you want to come, for sure. So, but the welcome question is, introduce yourself. What is your favorite genre of music and why? That's a really tough one for me because I like so many different genres of music. I have a very eclectic palette of music, unlike wine. Wine, more specific. But yeah, for music, I know what I absolutely hate. Smooth jazz. They call it smooth jazz. It's really not jazz at all. If you know anything about the history of jazz, honestly, it's just elevator music, like elevator music. Mm-hmm. Boring. It's called boring. I hate it. Like Kenny G and not a jazz musician. Sorry. Nope. Not the way jazz was founded and developed until it stopped becoming innovative and then it died. In my humble, not so humble opinion. So anyway, go ahead.
Mine is without a doubt hip hop. It's what I grew up on. Now hip hop today is not hip hop. That's crap. Okay, all the Lils. I'm sorry. For growing up, everybody was big something. Now they're all Lil. So what you see today, that's not hip hop. Stuff I grew up in the 90s, that's hip hop. I love the energy. I love the passion, the storytelling, the poetry. All those things is what made me fall in love with hip hop. They told a story of people whose stories weren't getting out there. And that's why it was a lot of resistance towards it in the beginning. So you can find still a lot of that today in the underground hip hop. Hip hop in general has always been my favorite. I do like some classic rock, some of the hard rock stuff too, in addition. So I've actually grown to appreciate Mexican music as well. I didn't grow up on that, but as I got older, I've been more exposed to it. Working in a Rossi, I'm pretty surrounded by it, so I've learned to appreciate it. So, I'm pretty eclectic in my mix, but hip hop is definitely my go-to. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite music genre.
All right, Becky has an answer on here,
yes,
as does Raul.
Yep, Method Man and Redman. Can't go wrong with them.
Right.
Those guys.
So Becky loves herself some. Do you mean EDM? Or
I don't know.
EDM is electronic dance music. The B, I don't know what B is. So if that's something I don't know about, let us know. I would love to know if it's either a typo or it's something cool that I don't know about.
I'd like to know what Glenn Webb likes.
Yeah. Well, let's wait and see if he responds.
Yes, Glenn Webb.
Let's see.
We have Brian Castillo on Twitter from New Jersey says,
nice.
His favorite music is whatever live concert is going on in my car. So his kids. That has been kind of rough for me lately. I have to listen to a lot of.
Let's not sing any of them.
Yeah.
Let's just not. Stop. I don't want that in my head.
Oh, my God. And some of the stuff Ashley's on, like some of the stuff from Minecraft has been going oh, my God, Ashley, seriously. But,
oh, my goodness. I just had some of this wine.
It's amazing.
Wow. Again, if you just tuned in, oh, my goodness. If you have not had a Charbono, it's kind of tart. The other one we had was tart as well. Mm-hmm. Something happened on the TV there?
No, we're reliving the Lakers last time they won the title.
Anyway, it's a Charbono is, in our experience, is a little more tart. It doesn't have a lot of tannins.
No.
Would you agree?
It's the
both, but it's
tannins come late.
It's light. It's a light wine, but it's tart is the best way I could think to describe it. Wine. And so if you weren't here at the beginning, this is the Fozzie Estate Winery. It's a local wine, and it's a Charbono.
I think it's organic too.
I don't believe so. Well, it might be unfiltered.
That's the word I'm looking for.
We love unfiltered wines. What we've learned is that unfiltered wines are very common in Italy. Right? Were they saying all of Europe or just Italy?
Italy.
Yeah. And that Americans are not used to the unfiltered wine. Yeah. So they will find sediment at the bottom of their glasses and they will complain to the winemakers and say, there's something wrong with this wine. And the winemakers are like, stupid Americans. Yeah. No, that's the way it's called unfiltered. So we have a winery we go to in Paso called Caparoni.
Yep. I just got the email from the wine club today that stuff's coming soon.
Nice. So we are excited about that. Because their wine is 100% unfiltered. So, hey, by the way, John Carippo is here.
He's from Paso Robles.
Originally, is it Paso?
Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So, those of you who are watching right now, if you look on this post here, there's a link to Flipgrid. Please click on that link and give us a quick shout out, your favorite thing or memory about Seaweed Tech Talk. We love to hear from you. Just, I put it for 5 minutes. I don't expect you want to talk for 5 minutes, but just a quick, 15, 20-second shout out would be great. We really appreciate that.
Hey, you know who's on right now? Who's watching?
Brian Castillo needs to go on Flipgrid. I can give you a tutorial, Brian, if you like. Judy's on. She already dropped a huge.
We were talking about Tech Rodeo.
Yes.
Earlier, and now one of the co-keynotes.
Yes.
It's going to be a super amazing experience. By the way,
watching right now.
And by the way, John Carippo, who wrote Edu Protocols with Marlena Hebern.
I had a huge Edu Protocols breakthrough.
No, I did too. I had a big breakthrough with Edu Protocols today too.
It's a great day for Carippo and Edu Protocols.
Mine was Thin Slides.
Mine was Thin Slides too.
Right. So really exciting stuff. These teachers that were very.
Brian Costello says the video wouldn't load. He needs to get off Internet Explorer.
No, is that a real thing? It loaded for me. Did you put the wrong link?
No. It works.
Okay, Adam's going to check it right now. But anyway, Thin Slides was awesome for these teachers that do not have much confidence in utilizing technology. So what they realized was it's simple for them to use, and they don't have to know all the answers. The kids are the ones that are doing the work. So that was pretty cool.
One of our OGs, Kim Calderon, who was here on the very first edition of Seaweed Tech Talk, just tweeted she loves classic rock and alternative, although alternative is not classic rock because she says she's old. So Kim was here from day one. So question 1 just dropped, and it says, jazz developed as a fusion of African American rhythms and European American form. How do you meld together strategies and apps in the classroom? Sounds like app smashing to me.
Sounds like it.
So let's see here. Bad boy.
All right. Was Brian, were you able to get on yet?
Yeah, Brian. I'll get an email as soon as somebody drops a new video, so I'll know.
All right. So now, did anybody know about this? Did you know about the development of jazz?
I've heard of it, yeah.
As a history guy, you would have had some understanding of how it developed.
Well, I know how jazz has influenced other genres as well.
Yes, absolutely, like hip hop.
Yeah.
Well, good hip hop. Good hip hop.
Original rock and roll is born out of it as well.
Yes, but it was not. It was rock and roll was born out of the very simplistic, uninnovative forms of jazz.
And you're not so humble opinion.
Correct. Look, see that sediment? Do you guys see the sediment? You see that? That means it's an unfiltered good wine, in our not so humble opinion. All right. Oh, I didn't put CV TikTok on that particular tweet.
So
That's
Kim Calderon says.
Oh, Sarah's here.
Yep. All right, Sarah.
Okay, go ahead.
Kim Calderon says, "Gotta love ass smashing." I agree. That's what I put.
Yeah.
I love how awesome it is that we can create a slide deck, then use Flipgrid to present and get feedback from people, or you stop motion animation to show someone how to code a game in Scratch. Right there, that's app smashing 101 right there. So yes, I have to definitely agree with that. For me, like when it comes to app smashing, G Suite makes it so easy because like you can take multiple apps out of G Suite and smash them together, and then bring in something like Flipgrid, bring in something like DoInk and do some green screen, throw in Screencastify, do some screencasting. I mean, it just lends itself to like all these different combinations and permutations. I like to call them app smashing recipes. So, anyway.
I have more of a philosophical answer.
Mm-hmm.
So something that I say a lot is think past the app. So I tell teachers, you think slides is just a presentation tool? Think past the app. Start with your learning goal, and then you can throw a whole bunch of different apps and strategies together based on that. But think past the app. Think past the app. Oh, no. No more football for Sarah's son.
That's not good.
No. It's not good. All right. So.
Question 2 just you put 8. You put Q2 instead of A2.
Where?
Right there.
No, it just dropped.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah. So question 2, it says, how come you didn't do it?
I don't know. I was like multitasking.
So jazz music is truly an American art form, evolving thanks to the great migration of African Americans from the South to the North. What has caused your classroom to develop? What caused your classroom to develop as unique?
Oh, that was not very good grammar. My apologies on that question. But essentially, the question is,
yes.
Essentially, like, what is it that has made your classroom unique? What are the circumstances? What are the students in the room, perhaps? The constraints that increase your creativity? Essentially, what has made your classroom unique? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I doing when I was doing something when I was creating these questions? I was definitely multitasking, but I don't remember what it was. So I'm thinking for this question, because my instruction has developed as unique based on my experiences with the students I had. So I had my first year teaching, I had over 90% English learners, so students learning English, and many of them came to my class as kindergartners and had never even heard English. So what that meant was I had to, by necessity, I had to create a classroom environment where there were a lot of visuals, there was a lot of realia, there was a lot of music to engage them, a lot of like, total physical response. Like I did all motions, we had music to remember stuff. So I think that because of that demographic and that environment, my instruction ended up being better and unique.
So my space, the Cardinal Innovations, it's like a whole other world when it comes to your classroom. Nothing is more satisfying when kids walk in there, especially the first time. They're like, "Whoa, what is this place? This doesn't feel like school." That's always puts a smile on my face when I see that. But I don't want to. I want kids to feel like they're not in school. I moved to a blended model over the years, and I want a space that supported that. And that's kind of been the method of my madness. And I see those desks with the chairs attached, and I cringe.
Yeah.
That feels so constraining and uncomfortable. Like I can't learn like that, and I know a lot of kids feel the same way. So, just a place where where everything's fluid. But the interesting part about this is that it's almost like kids have like I guess an edu Stockholm syndrome almost.
Yes,
they're not used to this freedom
yes.
and the fact that what I expect out of them and the collaboration. They're so not used to it that they kind of revert. They'd rather me just sit there and put them in rows and lecture at them all day.
They want a worksheet.
Yeah, they want the worksheets,
yeah.
which is weird. Like I have to it takes me a semester to breathe that out of these kids because they're so used to it. So that's they complain about how boring school is, and then I give them this total 180 from what they're used to, and it's built for their needs and their specifications, and they reject it a lot of times initially. So it takes me a good semester to get them really in the flow of things.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting, though, because I was speaking with teachers today about the opposite in a way, because the teachers were struggling with the fact that students were getting bored with the lecture type style. They were getting...
We got a Flipgrid from Monica
nice.
From New Zealand.
So what I had said was, these kids... we live in a streaming culture where they have a lot of choice in their entertainment. Like I had to wait till Fridays to watch TGIF. Mm-hmm. I couldn't just go on Netflix or YouTube or whatever. So that's kind of opposite of what you're saying. And maybe it's because they're K-8. Yeah. Because by the time they get to middle to high school, it's a lot different.
So Brian Costello from New Jersey says, my classroom is a reflection of my personality, things I want kids to explore and try, and what entertains me. I smash that together with the best instructional skills I develop through reflection and feedback, and a space that is designed for our needs to learn. Very well said, Brian from New Jersey.
Did you read Sarah's yet?
I haven't seen Sarah's.
This is awesome. So Sarah from Dinuba, who works in Visalia, said her space reflects her. This is my favorite part. She says, I'll never forget my principal thinking I was crazy that I let second graders choose their literacy centers. Then she watched it work.
Boom.
And that's really what does it. I think the proof is in, I would always tell principals if they were, if they would say things like, oh, well, I don't know about that, Catherine. I don't know about that. Come see it succeed or fail.
Yeah.
But I'd already tried it by that point because I would ask, I would just, as long as it didn't go against any written policies or against any, against the vision of the school, then I would already start it so I'd know it worked.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's easier to ask for forgiveness and permission.
Well, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I was very clear to not say that.
Yes. So Kim Calderon says, I think it's a natural evolution of wanting to do better for my students and finding ways to help them achieve their goals and learn not just science, but life skills.
Yeah, nice.
Well said, Kim. Kim, the OG. Yeah, we have Dana from Woodlake is out here. You've worked with Dana now. We're being a Rossi now.
That is correct. Right. Nice.
Dana is one of my sketchnoting proteges.
That's right.
Yeah,
she's going to bring
she's crushing it.
She's going to bring she probably already has brought sketchnoting to her new district.
Let me tell you something about Dana here. And one of my biggest coaching wins was seeing the idea that she came out with, and I always give her credit for it. But we talked earlier about the question about app smashing. So it was more of an idea smash. Sketchnoting is not an app. it's a strategy and that can be used with an app, but we
Sure.
prefer the pencil and paper version. So, our district in Orosi was pushing academic conversations. So Dana decided, all right, Adam, I want you to scan the my student sketch notes on science, and you're going to put them on your Cardinal Innovation Center website. I want them quick. So I want to send the kids the link. I want them to choose a sketch note, and with their partners, they were going to have their A/B conversations explaining what the sketch note means. We're reviewing a science concept, and then she's using Screencastify to record the contents of
that's awesome.
the conversation. So now when they say, well, we need recorded evidence of academic conversations, boom.
Nice.
There it was.
That is awesome. I love that.
Yeah, big ups.
Hey, Alicia's here.
Alicia from Alabama.
And she sent us a tweet. She's already it's later there.
Yes.
But she wanted to wish us a happy anniversary on our CV Tech Talk 3rd year here. So thank you so much, Alicia. We appreciate it.
All right, we have another one. He's for the last 3 years he's kind of popped in or kind of randomly.
Oh,
Adam Yankee.
Yes,
I forget where he's from, but he says for question 2, he talks about how hungry students. Now I bring fruit from our dining hall to my classroom. Students get hungry long before and after lunch and are thankful for it. Students who are not in my class come by for healthy snacks. They know my room is a place of healthy living and learning.
That is awesome. That is cool. Amy Storer is here. I said that. Did I say that last name appropriately?
I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
If we butcher the name,
we apologize.
I'm used to mine getting butchered. So.
True.
So we also have, let's see.
Joe Marquez is here on the Twitters.
Yeah, or is that Ed? It's Ed. I can't tell. Honestly, when you type in Ed's name on Twitter to mention in a tweet, Joe's name pops up first.
Really?
No joke.
Just for you, probably.
Maybe for me, because
Anyway, I want you to read what he wrote.
So Joe, for question 1, says, app smashing is the ultimate creative challenge for students and teachers to master. I love to smash apps, especially Flipgrid, Screencastify, Jamboard. Let's see, FetSims, Nearpod, Quizzes, G Suite, and so much more.
Wow.
I learned a lot of my app smashing Ninja Jedi skills from Joe.
He is an app smashing king.
He is like, anything that comes out, give him a day, and he'll find out a hack for it.
If you do not follow him on Twitter, he is
at Joe Marquez 70.
Yes, there we go. Perfect.
I don't know what this. They need to ask what the 70 means. He's not born 1970.
He wasn't. No,
he's not 70 years old.
Was it a sports
Is he like
number?
70 kilo? I don't know what that translates to.
So like
it could be
number because he
played football. He played D line, and that's kind of a D line. Well,
where did he play?
Buchanan.
He didn't. Oh, so not in college, but in high school.
Yeah, he was a lineman. So the 70 is kind of a lineman number.
I would have seen him play him
That's
going
to be my theory right there.
Okay, we'll have to ask him one of these days.
Yes, definitely. So for question 3, Judy Blakely from Orange County says, with my ELD class, I'm working to engage and connect with them, finding easy on-ramps for them to engage and succeed. Only a person from Southern California would make a freeway reference.
Love it.
Oh, Frankie's in the house. Frankie Mancaro, man. If it wasn't for Drew Brees getting hurt, you would have whooped me last week in fantasy football, Frank. Oh man. All right. Yep. So business is starting to pick up right now.
Yep.
Let's go check on the flip here, see if we have any new ones. We got the one from Judy, Monica, of course, me.
Let's see here.
Question 3 still?
I just wrote my answer. Did you see it?
Oh, there it is.
Yes.
All right. So, yes. So today, Catherine engaged teachers with thin slides from EduProtocols for 100% engagement.
True.
That's the point.
True.
When then engaged in the digital conversation style quick write with Google Classroom using the create question function. Boom, as a smash.
Yep.
Well,
then they did that.
Yeah. So I've done that. I did it last week actually.
And that's something we do for daily quick writes.
Yep.
And I've seen it work in classrooms. It's awesome. It is an amazing protocol.
I found another way to do that. Just to save one less step instead of having to throw the question on there. A lot of times, what the kids will do after everyone presents, they go into the speaker notes and they do their quick right there.
Oh yeah, but that's if you're smashing the protocols together. What I'm doing is a separate. You come in the like with younger kids.
Okay.
They come in the classroom. What are they going to do? The teacher wastes. We all have done it. The teacher wastes 5 to 10 minutes trying to collect homework, get attendance done, blah blah blah. Find out what the lunch count is. So the kids walk right in. They get their Chromebook And every day there is a GIF or a meme on the board, and they go right into Google Classroom and they begin their quick write. Done.
Oh, so you do it first.
It's a different type of a protocol. It's something that I developed to help those mostly the primary teachers, but it goes all the way to like I had 8th grade teachers excited.
It's an easy way just to get started with.
Right.
Just with your day.
So that's but what you're saying as far as adding complexity to your thin slides is awesome.
Because a thin slide is designed to be verbal, and then you support it immediately with some short writing.
Ooh! What if you did a nacho slide?
Yeah.
And so you see. So you use a random like you could group the numbers randomly. Can't you do that on Flippity?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so then
Mike Rowe wants to know what we're drinking here. We're drinking a Charbonneau from Fazio Estate. That's the place I told you to take your girlfriend to.
Tell him about Charbonneau if he's not aware of that particular.
Charbonneau is a very rare varietal. We first had it in Napa at Dick Vermeil's winery. It was so amazing, and every time we find a place that has it, we have to get a bottle. This one we've been saving because tonight's our 3rd anniversary of CV Tech Talk.
That is correct.
So Sarah from Dinuba says, Pear Deck works so well with word problems. I wonder. I've been using Socrative to teach grammar. Seesaw is my biggest workhorse. We just learned book snaps today. Boom,
Yay!
Book snaps. All about that life. And again, this is her 3rd year overall.
Hey,
she's already rocking all the
snaps.
Yes.
Tell everyone about book snaps and when they get to meet the author.
There's this amazing kickboxing champion from Kansas. Her name's Tara Martin.
She's so cool.
Coming to Tech Rodeo. She's the inventor of book snaps.
January 18th.
And the author of Real EDU, which is one of the most inspiring books you will ever read as an educator.
Yes.
And we're going to have her and the one and only John Carippo do a fireside chat this year at Tech Rodeo.
And you can interact with them via Twitter.
Yes.
So that's going to be exciting.
Brian Costello answered just by taking a creepy picture of his eyes.
It's funny, though. What was the question, though?
I
I liked it. Oh, what do you use to engage students? Okay, Brian thinks he's super engaging for students just by himself.
Brian is not sarcastic at all.
No.
We don't get along with Brian at all.
Oh, now Kim Calderon has a great answer. And she does it. I've seen pictures of her and her students. And for science, she's a science and STEM teacher. Well, now she's a coach in Madeira. But anyway, they launch eggs into the wall.
Yes.
Throw them off the roof, sail cardboard boats across the pool, and create games about density using Scratch. Options for assignments. Oh, that's very UDL of you, Kim. And tie things to real-world application. Also very UDL of you. And PBL.
Yep.
Just saying. All the acronyms covered. Yes, I think there's some SEL in there, too.
The good acronyms.
SEL is a good acronym. Oh, by the way, so you know SEL, Social Emotional Learning. So I was, I've been really thinking and irritated about the clip charts lately.
Ugh.
Yeah, because it's public shaming. And so, but I haven't heard a lot of like either research or talk. I've heard a lot of talk like on Twitter and Facebook against it, but I haven't seen like circles, like academic educational circles talking about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a book by, Nancy Fry. She and Doug Fisher wrote a book, like all, through ASCD. They're like all like academic, not like how we write, But anyway, I was reading this through their book about SEL. I was skimming it, and they were talking about how bad clip charts are for social emotional learning. Boom. So what did I do with that?
What'd you do?
Well, it's still on my desk because I'm borrowing it from Lisa Lemus. But what am I going to do with it?
Yes.
I'm going to book snap it.
Nice.
So I'll probably do that Friday when I'm back in the office.
So Joe Marquez out of Clovis just says, I allow students to help the class create quizzes using my quizzes kids quiz creation hack. So great for student engagement and problem solving. It works for Get Kahoot too. You can, if you're following us on Twitter right now on CV Tech Talk, Joe Marquez puts a YouTube video link to see how he does it.
Nice.
So you should be double dipping right now. You should be on the Twitters while you're watching us here on Facebook.
That's right.
So question 4 just dropped.
You're going to love this one. It can be controversial.
It says Bebop features quick tempos and making improvisation more difficult across chord changes. I know exactly what that means. How do pacing guides affect your instruction?
You like that question?
Oh, yeah. That's a loaded question.
This is a loaded question. It's
I'm
controversial.
I'm not afraid to be very frank about. Let's see here. So I have to say, pacing guides in of themselves are not the problem. It's when you're not allowed to create your own.
Yes.
When you're shoehorned into a very rigid one, like it's EDI. Every so many minutes you're doing this, and every single day you're doing that. Like daily lesson plans, I think are terrible.
Right.
Okay, you need to have like I think I'm more a fan of a general outline. Okay, from this date to this date, here's what we're covering, and then you fill in the blanks. However, according to your teaching style, skill, and student needs, and then maybe different for the person next door. But that's where your PLC comes into play, where you have those conversations about, what worked for you, what didn't work, and you learn from each other, and together you're going to figure out what's best for the kids you serve. So, a traditional pacing guide, I think it sucks. But when it's more of a general outline, you're given that autonomy. That in of itself makes it much more of an effective tool.
I think the whole point is that your pacing guides need to be led by student needs. So it's fine as a guide, but it should not circumvent where your students are at and what they need to do, right? So, and I created scope and sequence and pacing guides myself as well, not my first 2 years teaching, but after that I was able to create my own scope and sequence and pacing guides, which was great because then I felt like I could adjust them because I'd created them. I wasn't like locked into a district calendar where my kids might be at a different spot than other kids in the district. So I really appreciated that. My principal at the time gave me the autonomy to create a pacing guide. And I don't even like the word pacing guide. I like the scope and sequence a little bit better because it's more, it seems more like a guide as opposed to a schedule. If that makes sense.
So Judy Blakeney from Orange County says, luckily in my site and district, we're able to determine our own priority standards and create, create based upon that, the pacing guide. Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. We're not just, we're beholden to the standards, but we determine how we're going to cover them. We're just covering the book. I've seen pacing guides that are like chapter 1, section 1, this day, chapter 2, the next day. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's completely unrealistic.
I just accidentally.
So again, if you're watching right now, please click on the link you see there over on the side there next to the chat for the Flipgrid. Drop us a quick shout out. It's the 3rd anniversary. It's a big night. We'd love to hear your feedback and any kind of words you have for the last 3 years of CB Tech Talk.
Sorry, I was distracted. I had to undo an accidental retweet.
Oh, it happens. An accidental retweet?
Yeah, because that was.
You retweeted yourself?
Yeah, but it's accidental because it's not allowed. All right, so we will have.
What?
Wait, where are the rest of the questions?
I don't know. I didn't schedule them.
It says tweet cannot be sent, unknown error.
Refresh.
Okay.
Sarah from Danuba says our pacing guides are very forgiving. We are given modules with priority standards and tools to teach them, but a lot of leeway in terms of timing. They always point out the calendar says suggested pacing. I like rigidity though, so I like to stay with it. Fair enough.
What question are we on?
We just we're working on 4.
Okay, so in
5 starts in a minute.
Do you see it?
Not yet.
I think 5 was deleted, and you're scheduled.
5 just came out now.
Okay, good.
Just dropped right now. All right.
Perfect.
We're okay. We're okay.
The Twitter fail.
Nope, we're good to go.
Okay, so can you read it for us since I can't see
Question 5 just says, let's see. Bebop's influence is seen in the poetry of the Beat era. What interdisciplinary connections do you see in the content you teach?
You like that question?
Yes. I'll say it again. What interdisciplinary connections do you see in the content you teach?
But you didn't read the first part of the question, which is
that's what
the most
answering.
exciting.
Bebop's influence is seen in the poetry of the Beat era.
It's
that's
true.
Michael Jackson. Just beat it, right?
No, ma'am.
Plus better.
Though Michael Jackson was very soulful. So I don't know that I would say Bebop or
Bebop. That was one of the henchmen from Shredder and Ninja Turtles. That's where you got it from. I got it. Rocksteady and Bebop, right? I'm right.
Judy might know. Does Judy know jazz?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Charlie Parker. Birdland.
He's the one that did Devil.
John Coltrane.
Devil Went Down to Georgia.
John Coltrane. Giant Steps.
Giant Steps? I don't like the Giants.
No, that's not what that means.
Oh, Coltrane. That's that show where people would dance. Oh, that's Soul Train.
Dizzy Gillespie.
Dizzy Gillespie? Snoop Dogg talks about him.
Is that for real, or did you say Dizzy?
No, Dizzy Gillespie.
Oh, see?
His first album. See? Interdisciplinary connections right there.
Well, that's actually just
references.
It's intergenre.
Yes.
Because they're both music.
All right.
This is a tricky one because Dexter Gordon, there we go.
Oh, Flash Gordon?
Baby, it's okay. I don't know soccer players.
I know, I'm kidding.
Or football players, really, for that matter, to be honest.
You did know Ronnie Rivers' dad. That's pretty impressive.
Well, of course, because I actually watched that stuff when I was younger with my dad.
Yes.
We followed Fresno State football. Yes. But in the past few years, not as much. Okay, so, but we don't have to be experts at all the same things. See, this is a good example of how, Judy has seen Dexter Gordon twice. That's very cool. I have not seen Dexter Gordon. However, I did study jazz bass with Marshall Hawkins was his name, who played with Miles Davis, obviously, and said that he was a big druggie. So that's sad. But anyway, so that was kind of exciting I got to study with that guy.
So Sarah from Danuba says, I love to blend science and ELA. My favorite is earth science paired with social studies, so volcanoes, the history of Mount St. Helens, paired with ELA, and then we make then they make volcanoes because it's fun. Judy, who's watching us right now on the Twitters, she's double dipping tonight, says writing and deep thinking are everywhere, so feel that beat and you can ride the boogie. Oh, we have Perla from Mexico is watching right now.
Love it.
Perla, we need to rock and hang out. It's been a while. We haven't talked in a long time. You got to see the progress on your innovator project. I'm sure it's coming along really well, but we're both very busy. But I will definitely make time for you. Send me an email, and we will meet. Definitely. It's been a while since we talked. Anyways, where are we going here with CV Tech Talk? So for me, being a history teacher, there's a natural crossover with ELA. Yeah. And just today, I rocked my very first with my history students, my pretty much it's like an ELD class practically, but it's history with emoji power paragraph, and I was so kind of moved by their writing. I said, you know what? I mean, obviously their content's cool and really good, but there's a lot of grammatical mistakes. So I went to the ELA department. I go, hey, I want to make a list of which kids are in which classes, and I want them to be able to bring their writing here from what they do here back to your class to do some peer editing and get some feedback from you. And they were all for it. So they wrote their first emoji paragraph about immigrants to the U.S. at the turn of the 20th century. And we did use emojis like the ones we used were, happy, sad, love, angry, scared. And seeing what they wrote was just absolutely amazing. One guy put for the loved one that, so the question was, what would immigrants say, they would, when they feel feelings of love. He put, when you come to this new country and you fall in love with a gringa. I thought that's awesome.
Actually really,
it's
that's
the first time I had done it. It was
really deep, actually.
And the other kid was like, when you get there and they're they're making fun of you because you don't speak the language, which
Yeah.
they knew firsthand.
Yeah.
So just seeing their paragraph that they wrote, which were very simplistic and nothing to write home about, but just hearing the conversations that they were having while they were writing inspired me. And the ELA department was like, yeah, let's do it. You do the power paragraphs. We're going to come on here and
Nice.
we'll use that as fodder for some peer editing. So it was that natural crossover was very obvious when it comes to ELA and history.
It's cool.
Oh, and Judy did emoji power paragraph today
Oh,
with her
cool.
ELA students. See, great minds think alike. It's that Sydney life where we're shining.
That's right.
We are shining. All right, so let's see where we at here. Okay, got one more minute till question 6 drops.
All right.
Yeah, almost there. We are motoring through this one. Oh, there it is. Before we get to question 6, question 5, Brian Costello from New Jersey says, robotics has a natural crossover with science and math. We create some with ELA. Mostly my class is focused on learning to solve problems, develop resilience, and collaboration. It's basically useful everywhere. Pretty awesome.
Agreed.
Pretty awesome. Pretty cool. All right, so question 6 is dropped. And it says, cool jazz emerged as a relaxed style of the genre. How do you encourage students to be calm, to de-escalate when they become anxious or stressed? Interesting question.
It's a good question.
Yes.
Why do you think I gave that question?
You were stressed out today.
No, because I was responsible for, well, I think it's a lot of the, actually when I was subbing, I had a lot of ED classes. I subbed an ED class a lot. So, when you have students that struggle to self-regulate when it comes to their behavior, their anger, their emotions, they're not, it's difficult for them to have those coping mechanisms. That's something that I really saw to be important. And so as a coach and as a teacher, I always try to find ways for students to be able to, whether it was, they needed to get outside and walk and leave the room for a while because they were just getting close to losing it, or and getting upset or angry or stressed or whatever. Or I had a student who would start coloring. I could tell when she was starting to get up to here, so she could color till she calmed down. There was even, I had a classroom where I helped the teacher implement like an actual space under a desk where one student could go when he felt like he was going to get mad and yell at someone. And it worked.
From Jornea.
Oh, Jornea, hi. So anyway, that's why I had that question. It's so passionate.
Sarah Fondanuba says, I love Cosmic Kids Yoga. She has some great mindfulness exercises. Sometimes we just take a deep breath and a moment to stretch. Well, thanks for that one, Sarah. For me, I like to give kids, I always usually when it's independent work, I give kids the opportunity to just take their work outside. And that usually, the kids who are the most stressed out, they're the first ones to choose that option. And you can see the change in their demeanor when they come back.
Yeah. So
that's always good. They just need to get away, and like you, need to get some vitamin D.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah.
Oops. I shouldn't have said that.
Oh. So, anyways, we have Jornea here who works for Flipgrid.
Yeah, that's right.
We have a Flipgrid right above the chat is a Flipgrid link for you to drop a shout out for the 3rd anniversary of CB Tech Talk.
That is correct.
Give us a quick shout out, your favorite CB Tech Talk moment.
And Susan's here.
Yes, a memory. That'd be great. And
are you plugged in?
Yes, I just.
No? It doesn't show.
Oh. Is it? Where's the? Oh.
It's not plugged in.
Oh, no wonder.
We're working with a power issue here.
Here, plug it in. It's on your side. We don't want to lose a feed.
That's right.
That would suck.
That has not happened in a long time. I can't see this very well. I was going to get it. We're struggling. It's not working.
There it is.
Okay. Yeah, anyway.
There it goes.
Okay.
Yes, I know. I keep getting all the. Judy's giving us a Dodger update. I'm sure if Mike Roke's watching, I'm sure he knows too. Mike Roke's a Giant fan, but I think he watches the Dodgers more. Can't blame him. Anyways, but yes, thank you for the update, Judy. The phone keeps messaging me every time.
All right. Yep.
Where are we at here? Here we go. We have quite a few lurkers right now.
By the way, if you're on the Twitters, be sure to go to the Tulare COE, or just look up hashtag Tech Rodeo and retweet the Tech Rodeo post.
Yep. Oh, Brian from New Jersey says, my classroom is designed as low stress. We fail a lot. It can be easy to get frustrated. I de-emphasize grades and focus on collaboration and improving. That's right. Honestly, when I give the kids the message in the beginning of the year that I want you to pass.
Yeah.
This is not a game of gotcha. I'm not trying to trick you. I want you to pass. That's the goal here.
You're not trying to trick us?
Oh, you didn't turn your work in on time? All right. Well, you just still turn it in because you need to show that you did the work. You're going to get credit for it.
Well, because I'm
sorry. I'm not here to grade you on compliance. I mean that's kind of obvious. You need to do some. But I'm grading on your learning, not compliance, not playing the game of school. A lot of kids aren't used to that.
Yeah.
They just kind of give up. Oh, I didn't do it right. So they give up. Like, I need the work still. I want you to pass.
Yeah.
Do the work and you'll pass. It's pretty easy.
All right.
Question, let's see.
Question 7 should drop in like a minute. Is that correct?
Yep. A little more than a minute.
Okay.
Yep.
Mine are not showing up so well this moment.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm gonna let the dog in because
she sucks.
She's complaining.
So if anyone here is still wondering what we're drinking, it's a very dusty bottle. We've been saving it for an occasion like tonight. So this is a 2016 Charbona from Fozzie Estate Winery, which is, if anyone knows John Scrippo, it's literally down the street from his house. It's one of our favorites. We're members of there. Just was there last weekend, and
Tupac wants to say hi.
I'm tasting that. We have Tupac.
This is our new puppy.
Yep.
Tupac. He's how old now? We've had him how long?
About 6 months old now.
But we've had him how long?
Month.
Tupac, say hi. Look over there.
Look, Pac. He likes her.
He just wants to look at me.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Pac, Captain Underbite. Show me your underbite.
Yeah,
he has the coolest little
funny.
Underbite. He's like a Chihuahua Terrier mix, but they think they're all bad. But they're not. Yeah.
This is Tupac.
He's much like the real Tupac. Not very big, but very flamboyant.
Yeah.
But to have a small dog calling it Tupac, I think it's hilarious.
That's true.
Yeah. People see the dog. Oh, yeah, what's the dog? Tupac. They're like, what? They go, yeah.
Well, tell him the story. Why he's named Tupac.
Yeah. So when we rescued him from the SPCA, we're driving home. He's scared, and a Tupac song comes on. He calms down. He's like, oh, okay, I'm good now. Like, well, it's a sign. Got to name Tupac.
That's right. Oh, Judy's so sweet.
I tend to agree with that.
Okay.
All right. So
question 7 dropped.
Yes, and it says, jazz musicians improvise their solos based on chord changes. How do you create unique learning experiences based on standards? Unique learning experiences based on standards.
Oh, what do you think?
Interesting question.
Why is it interesting?
Just this.
Right? Because, in other words, we're not just following a textbook.
Yes.
Right? It's based on standards, not based on textbooks.
Sure.
Yes.
Yes. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Let's see. How do you create unique learning experiences based on standards?
So I'm going to say that, thanks, Judy. Judy says we rock.
Yes.
So, again, learning experiences are based on standards, not on following a textbook. And I think that in accordance to Universal Design for Learning, UDL, one of the ways to start providing a unique experience is to give kids multiple ways to demonstrate their understanding.
You just took part of my answer.
Are you UDL trained?
No, I don't even know what UDL is.
That's a UDL principle right there.
Well, they owe me royalties because I've been doing that forever.
I know, but now you know that it's based on neuroscience. Okay. It's not just demonstrating understanding, also accessing content, giving them options in that as well.
Kim Calderon says the NGSS shift has been a great thing.
Yes.
The emphasis learning by doing science and give options for projects, but they can be taken in so many different directions. Judy Blakeney says it's all about improvisation, just like jazz, weaving themes, standards, ideas, and learning together. So for me, like my shirt says, I don't follow a textbook. It's just another tool in my toolbox. It's there. If I feel like using it, I'll use it. If it's got some good stuff, I will. And some textbooks have some good stuff in it, and I will pick and choose when I use a textbook.
You mean like a real professional?
Yes, like someone who has a brain. I'm not
like someone who has a degree they pay for.
The There's no fidelity to the curriculum, to the standards. If that textbook is, I judge it to be the best way to access that standard, I will use it how I please. So, but it all boils down to.
Does the textbook know your students?
No, the textbook company does not care if my kids learn or not. They're just trying to make money. That's the honest. That's the.
Wow, that's
the ugly
really.
Truth.
That's an interesting statement. I don't disagree.
Nope. I won't say who I got that from, but anyways.
Did you get that from someone?
Yeah, that's from Ed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I said I wasn't going to say, but who?
You did say that, but
Ed don't care.
That's right.
So mainly my focus is on incorporating the 4 C's into every learning experience. If it doesn't have the 4 C's, then it's just going to.
What are the 4 C's for those that don't know?
Communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking.
Nice.
So as long as I get the 4 C's in there, then I'm going to be able to have a unique experience. This is evident because every year I get to my my plan for the year, and I end up designing new experiences every year. I don't reuse anything ever. I mean, I may tweak something, but for the most part, it's never the same year to year.
Right.
It never has.
Yeah.
I remember being told that, by that 3rd year, you can have all your stuff set. Done, yeah. You're just going to if you're doing control.
EDI.
And I never got to that point. It just never felt right. Like, these kids are different. I'm different.
Yeah.
I learned new stuff. So, anyways, that all goes along with giving kids a variety of ways to demonstrate learning.
Mm-hmm.
All together. Oh, speaking of from my beginning as a teacher, we had John Bath here from Fresno Unified.
Okay.
Who was my master teacher.
Oh, wow.
My initial student teacher, him and Marcos Mendoza.
Oh, that's cool.
Schooled me on history.
Okay.
Back in the day. I did a lot of observations in Mr. Bath's class.
Okay.
And I got to dig a little deeper with Mr. Mendoza before I moved to McLean for my final student teaching, who he sometimes jumps on, Mr. Jeff Woods. And he's been around for a while. So, yep, it's 15 years later, here I am. Those are the people who helped me cut my teeth. So we have Sarah from Dinuba. She says, what do I want them to learn? Then, how can I create multiple access points to the standard? I like that.
Ooh, that is good.
I don't teach one math strategy per day anymore. I see what they can use and build from there.
Very good. I think Daniel Rocha would like that.
Yes, Daniel Rocha would like that.
That mindset with mathematics.
If you didn't hear what I said, Daniel, just go to Twitter. I taught you how many years ago. You can do it. I believe in you, Daniel Rocha, even though you're a Giants fan.
Brian Costello says he hasn't even had a textbook in 7 of the last 8 years.
He also says, I know my standards, so from there it's about building projects around them,
yes,
asking for feedback, and improving.
Absolutely.
Can't argue with that logic.
Absolutely. That's good stuff. Question 8 will be dropping soon, yes?
Yes, in 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2 minutes.
That's right.
7:54, correct?
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Daniel is famous.
Yes, he's in Joe Bowler's book.
I have been recommending the heck out of that book. It is so good. I really enjoy it.
Daniel,
really
can I have your autograph?
He can autograph. Oh, that's my book. Are you buying your own Joe Bowler book?
I'll get it on Kindle, and then I'll screenshot it, and then I'll make him do it on PDF just to be an ass about it.
Just have him sign mine.
Huh?
I'm not a big book signer person. I know people that have written books and I never ask them to sign my book.
Yeah.
You do,
Yeah.
which is fine. But for me, I'm just like, but I know them. Like, why would I need them to sign it? I don't understand. I could just like tweet them. I could like I could call them, or I could like send them a message on Facebook or Twitter, like, or Instagram.
Judy's updates are faster than my phone. She told me the Dodgers just scored.
See?
And then my phone told me.
See? So anyway, that's my interesting book signing thing. I know it's odd. Most people aren't like that. I'm just a weirdo.
You don't like sign books? Are you going to sign books to people when you write our book?
Yeah, because other people do like it.
Okay. Sure.
That's fine. It's just personally, like, I don't care to get my own sign. Yeah. Like you wanted, I got Dave Burgess's Teach Like a Pirate sign for you.
Yes.
But I didn't buy an extra one just so that, like, I could get it signed. I'm like, I'll just borrow yours. I don't care. Because it's just not my thing. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. I've always been like that.
Wonder how many opportunities RGV will have here tonight.
That's kind of loud right now.
If I don't see just score, I'm going to see the highlight.
Okay, so question 8 just dropped. And it says... Okay.
They're up 1-0.
So question 8 says, jazz musicians listen and respond, constantly communicating through music. How do you promote communication, both analog and digital, with your students? Let's see. Sarah says partner shares, sticky notes, Flipgrid. Google Classroom features. You know what one of my favorites is?
What?
My Socratic seminar on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that?
Do I?
Yeah, the think pair share. Like a long time ago, I wrote that blog post, and it's about the inside circle, outside circle, and the inside circle is only allowed to speak, and the outside circle is only allowed to participate digitally. People really like it. So that's my like Socratic seminar on steroids is what I call
Cosma.
it. Hey, we were just talking about Flipgrid.
Yeah, she just dropped a keynote today.
Oh, cool. Yep, Whereabouts?
So I forget where.
Somewhere.
It had a cool like dragon summit or something. Sounded really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, I think it's hilarious. Yeah. So yeah, and Cosma's here of Flipgrid fame and many other things. So those of you who are watching, please click the link above the chat and to Flipgrid and drop us a quick shout out, your favorite memory of CU Tech Talk tonight on our 3rd anniversary. Yep, there it is. There's the dragon, Minnesota.
Oh, nice. Yes. Okay.
And Cosma's it's all over the place. You never met Aunt Cosma? She's like the edgy Melissa McCarthy. Not because she kind of looks like Melissa McCarthy, but the charisma.
Oh yeah,
the
for
energy.
For sure.
It's like you just want to be your best friend.
But much like sweeter.
Yes.
Like sincere.
Yes.
And authentic, which I don't know that I get.
Yes.
From yeah. So yeah, thank you, Anne.
Thank you, Anne.
Love it.
Yeah, one of our favorite peoples.
All right, I gotta find this.
For me, digitally, for question
here.
8, thin slides is a great way to get kids to communicate. I love how, especially for my ELs, they're gonna hear it over and over, the repetitions.
Oh, right, yeah.
And they're gonna hear it from their peers.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hear things said correctly. So then it doesn't seem so scary when they're communicating.
Yep.
And presenting.
So I did thin slides today with teachers.
Mm-hmm.
They did not understand the 6-second thing. Like they went on and on. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I had to show go stop.
Right.
I tell them you have when I first got trained it's 5 seconds. For a teacher I go you have 5 to 7 seconds. I give them a little leeway, but and it's funny how the thin slides on
kids stay to 6 seconds though.
Yeah,
they'll do it.
They want to get it over with. There's some kids who like to be a little long-winded, but
yeah, most do not though.
Yeah, it's funny how like I have to go check on them walking around. I go, you have 3 minutes, build your slide. I go, 1 word. That's 3. I told you one. And they're like, yeah, but I go, no, it's designed to help you.
There's a
jog
reason,
in your
yeah.
memory to
Yeah.
remember what to say. Don't add any more than one word. And it's funny to see that evolution.
Well, so I had done in the past. I allowed teachers. I didn't give them like constraints on the words, right? And so they will write. They have a slide on a collaborative slide deck, and they're like writing out what they're going to say. Have you had this happen?
No.
Like in a PD? I'm like,
No.
really, guys? Like you can put in an image, you can put in a GIF, like you can make it fun, and they're writing out like the answer to the question, like word for word, like restating it and everything.
I do like a thin slide on steroid. It's more of a husky slide, not a fat slide, but like a husky slide.
Okay.
When we're doing the Reconstruction Amendments, 13, 14, 15 Amendment. And
Okay.
I didn't want to do 3 separate rounds of thin slides, so I said, all right, so you need to put one word for each amendment, one picture for each amendment, and then boom, you're gonna hit them all. And
That makes sense.
That worked. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of like variations. You don't have to
Sure.
stick to the true rules of it. That's not what protocols are about. They're about you're gonna remix them.
Yep.
So yeah, I love. So now that my kids are pros at it, the next step is now they have to put a GIF. That's a whole other skill they have to learn
Yeah.
about copy and pasting an image URL.
So how do you have them look for the GIF?
Huh?
How do you have them look for it? You don't have them go to Jiffy, of course.
Okay, dude.
You have them go to jiffy.com.
Yep.
Well, you couldn't get away with that in all school districts.
Well, I do.
And your demographic is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I show teachers Jiffy,
Yeah.
but then I always say, especially with the young kids,
Well, I mean,
don't show you have high schoolers, it's a little different.
yeah. Well, when I work with my 11th graders, I use Jiffy. My
Okay.
sophomores, it's just I show them how to filter the search in Google.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've had certain kids I let use Jiffy.
Sure.
I gotta trust that class. There's some classes I don't trust.
Sure.
A lot.
Gotta know your kids.
A lot of my kids don't even know Jiffy or what the evil that can be done with Jiffy. So I gotta, it's kind of use that to my advantage.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
the 3rd anniversary
it's almost over.
is over.
It's 8:01.
We are officially into now our 4th year. The 4th year has begun.
So we've had 3 full years.
3 full years.
That's true.
16, 17,
Wow.
17, 18, 19. We are
Wow.
now in our 4th year.
We aren't even toddlers anymore.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. Did we go through the terrible twos?
I think we're always in trouble too.
So what's the next step if we're 4 now?
Oh, we gotta get to 10.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's
But we got to keep growing. Like
Yes.
we want to keep growing. Not just like oh, let's
Well,
grow the PLN. Like that's true,
that's
but
easy.
we want
That's easy
to
part.
continue to support those we serve. So
Well,
we want
we have bandied around the idea of CV Tech Talk Summit.
we have.
More like a pop-up, not like some official.
No, it'd be an ed
thing you go to
camp.
Eventbrite, like
It'd be an ed camp.
A free pop-up, more like an ed camp, just
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
here locally.
We have talked about that.
Yes. So
That's a possible iteration.
it's on the horizon.
Yeah.
I think I can say it's on the horizon.
Yeah, I think so.
We know enough people to make it happen.
Oh yeah.
We know the right people,
Well, no, it's not that we know them. It's that they are
and they're willing.
in our PLN.
That's right.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
your anniversary in the books.
pretty good. Here, let's do this.
Clinky.
Cheers.
Cheers. Down the hatch.
All right. All right. With that, have a great one, everyone.
That's right. See you next
Thanks
week.
for joining us.
Oh, Jody, what's up? 3rd year anniversary. You just missed out on us, but go back and rewatch it.
There you go.
It was a great time.
It is archived, so to
right.
speak.
Yep.